Good afternoon. My name is Jim Vest, or James Tiny Vest, if you would like. And I'd like to talk to you today about bullying. It's my intent and my sincere hope that this video will be discovered and viewed by people who are currently experiencing bullying. Now, whether you are the parent of someone being bullied, or the guardian, or grandparent, or what have you, or you are an adolescent, teenager, a younger child, or even a young adult, or even an adult who may be currently being bullied in the workplace or at school, which is not unusual. You are not alone. In fact, since I've begun this outreach and hoping to try and get a message out there and even intervene and do something on a case-by-case basis about bullying, I've been disheartened to learn that it is even more common and widespread than I would have believed. I myself was a bullying victim when I was a child. Of course, in my day, there was not a lot of sympathy for bullies, for bullying as a victim. From the victim's standpoint, nobody really looked at you and thought that it was such a terrible, horrible thing. I mean, it was too bad, but it was seen as almost a rite of passage. But things are different today. For God's sake, we have children that are committing suicide over some of these things, and it's just way out of hand. It's ridiculous, and something needs to be done from a sociological standpoint. Our society can no longer tolerate this kind of behavior. It doesn't make sense. It's not enlightened. It's just dishonorable, low class ignorance. It's. But what I want to say here is bullying. How I've come to understand it, what my belief is that you kind of have three levels of different people, kind of like a hierarchy almost, that needs to exist for bullying to exist. And yeah, there are all kind of subcategories, and in every case, there are all kind of individual circumstances and things that and exceptions that make it a very individual experience, for sure, no question. So I'm not trying to diminish that, but from my understanding, broadly, these are the three basic minimum prerequisites that must exist as far as the status of your society within any society, the dynamic of a population in a school, a neighborhood, or whatever, for bullying to exist. And that is, first, you need your bullies, who are top of the heap, of course, in this consideration. You have your silent majority, which that's where most people fall. Most people fall into the silent majority. And then at the bottom, unfortunately, you have your targets or your victims of bullying. And the silent majority, now, many of these people in this silent majority, they will progress or degress and go either way. Some of these people are going to be what I would call second-tier bullies, that they're a bully, but they're not going to go out and initiate the bullying. They don't go out and select targets. They're not that established as a bully or experienced as a bully yet, or confident as a bully, or competent as a bully. So what they usually do is, more or less, in rough terms, just hook their caboose to another bully's engine. So what happens is, a minority, some of these will see this going on. They'll see the bully actively bullying a victim, intimidating a victim, or whatever form the bullying takes, whatever manner of bullying it is. And some of them, who I'll call second-tier bullies, will then join in because they want to be a part of something. And they see and recognize whatever the conceptualized positive feedback is that the bully's receiving for his behavior, whatever it is the bully's getting out of it. They see that and they want that for themselves because there's a lot missing. There's things missing in their world and in their sociological standing or their societal standing. So they will join in with the bully and gang up on the victim. So now you got another bully picking on you. You know what I mean? So this becomes extrapolated if it's left to go. If you leave it to go and you don't address it or some measure isn't taken to nip it at the bud, it will sprout and grow other branches. And usually it'll become compounded, extrapolated, and you'll be dealing with more than one bully, you know, in some manner or form. These may be much lesser behaviors than that which the bully is trying to extract, you know, what the bully's trying to saddle the victim with. But nonetheless, it's still bullying. And then some of these people in the silent majority are actually scared to death. They don't want the bully to notice them. So they want to be part of the crowd. So they don't agree with it, but they don't have the confidence or the security or they feel the standing to speak out and decry it. So they just kind of quietly go along with the majority. They want to fit in with the crowd and not be noticed or singled out, God forbid, because they don't want to become the next potential target down the road of this bully. So they're just glad to be off that bully's radar and to see that somebody else has all that negative attention from this person. But nonetheless, some of them, they are going to fall into this category sooner or later at one time or another if they haven't already in some form or someplace previously. Now, this relationship between the bully and the victim, it can only exist because of the silent majority. Without the silent majority, bullying cannot continue. Bullying needs the silent majority, which is actually the silent approval of the mass for it to exist and continue. It's as simple as that. You want to get rid of bullying? Speak out. Don't be part of the silent majority. Don't be a bystander, in other words. Some people say upstander, be an upstander. Well, our term for it, we call it no bystander status. We proclaim a no bystander status here at Gorilla with a Cause. We have shirts, if you are anywhere and you see this logo, Gorilla with a Cause, and you've seen it at the heading of this video. Hopefully now you're going to join the channel and you're going to give me some feedback to see what we can really do. So you can guide me and let me know what it is you need. What can I do to better serve your needs if you have experience with this and you are being bullied? That's the primary reason we are here. No matter what you get from this channel that you see the muscle, and you see the weights, and you see big guys, and we talk about every aspect, you know, that anybody can even reach to grasp and pull back and direct at me concerning fitness and weightlifting and building muscle, etc. But that's all the window dressing. That's what we enjoy. We share that. However, many of us, I'm going to say this, the majority of us here at this channel, see that 16,000 plus membership here? The majority of us have experienced bullying in our past. Now, not anymore. I'm no victim today by any means. Trust me, no victim. Far, far, far removed from that. Maybe even too far removed from that in a way. Okay? But we know what you're going through and we've been there and we want to help. That's what we're here for. So if you see this logo, you see a person wearing a shirt anywhere in the world, Gorilla with a Cause, and especially if you see on the back of that shirt, no bystander written on the back of that shirt, that person is putting it out there to the rest of the world that they will not be a bystander. That means if that person, me, certainly me, and anyone else that you see in that shirt, if they see an injustice, they will not allow it to exist in their presence. If there's something that can be done, they're going to do it. They'll speak up. They'll point it out. They'll call it out for what it is and that it isn't correct. It's not right. We're not going to stand by and tolerate the abuse of any living creature in our presence. More than that, if you're frightened, if you're timid, if you're afraid, if you're uncomfortable, and you see one of us somewhere, you are invited. We want you to. This is the purpose of the whole shirt. This is what this logo means. We want you to approach us because there's sanctuary here. Okay? We are not a victim, and we will not allow you to be a victim. Furthermore, we are willing to teach you how to not be a victim, how to stand on your own 2 feet, and how to get your life back and reclaim the life you're supposed to be living, and not be a victim, and not be tormented, and not be unhappy, and not be frightened and afraid. You don't have to continue to live that way. So, that's my pitch. It's real. It's genuine. You can come by the channel if you doubt it, if you doubt the sincerity of it. Just read some of the comments in the comment section. Check out some of the videos. You're more than welcome to post. You're more than welcome to post in the comment section and address any of our members, or just openly ask any question you want. Announce yourself and ask. Or you can always email me directly, and through me you can communicate with our membership. Or I have a bank of names of people who are no longer victims, far removed from that, who have been through what you're going through. And the reason that bank exists, these are all volunteers. And literally this bank is thousands strong. Literally, I have volunteers in the thousands that said to me, if you find someone I can help, I can mentor, I can talk to, write to, someone in the area that I can actually help. Grassroots type effort, one-on-one. Let me know, pass this address on, this name, this phone number, this email to them. So, whatever you're going through, somebody here has been through it, and you'll be able to relate with them, they'll be able to relate with you. You are not alone. We do not want you to be alone. Because, let me tell you something. These people, majority, they're cheating not only you and the bully, because that has to change. That person has to change. That person's going to change someday. But they're also cheating themselves. And why? Because in my opinion, the pool that we need to draw our leadership from ultimately one day is from here. In my opinion, these people are the purest. These people have the better hearts. Well, that's all for now. I hope and pray that somehow this gets to the people it needs to get to. I don't know how to find you. I run across you here and there, and I do everything I can do one-on-one. And if you're a parent or a guardian, these people need your support. These kids, they need your support. Do your job. Do your job.